Welcome to the XFDA podcast number 29.
29.
I'm Gunbelt, this is Sassy, this is Jesse James, and this is Mongoose. So guys, how you doing?
Doing well.
Doing well?
Y'all doing good?
How about you, Jesse?
Doing a lot better.
Yeah.
A lot better now.
Yep, Jesse's getting a lot better. We can see a lot of progress in him, a lot of progress.
Yes.
How about you, Mongoose?
Well, I'm feeling pretty good right now, I think.
Good.
I think I can hang in there a little bit. I'm sitting next to Jesse James. Hey, that's an improvement right there for me, so I'll take it.
So let's talk about our shoot today at the Wagoneers. How did you do, Sassy?
You know, knock on wood. I'm pretty proud of how I shot today. My goal this year is to get faster, to compete with some of these really fast ladies we have, and I was hitting threes, and I think I ended up in fourth place against all these men. So I'm okay with today.
You knocked me out.
I think the thing I'm most proud about is Jesse doing some calling early on today, and he was doing his best calling.
Jesse done some calling, and he done range mastering. You didn't do any practice today, Jesse? No, did you?
Just a little practice when we started.
Oh yeah, he done a little practice.
Yeah,
so.
and I got a little practice in, so I was doing good. Mostly what I'm working on is my elbow and my arm,
right,
and my what am I trying to say? My speech of my study. So.
Well, a little bit at a time always helps, you know what I mean? But you're definitely improving, and we're all happy about that.
Absolutely.
You know?
That sounded good to me.
Yeah.
You know, you're holding it together, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm still a little bit intimidated by it.
Where did you come in today, Mongoose?
I came in third today, which is rare for me, but I shot pretty good, and I was happy that I didn't fold at the end like I normally do. So normally I can't hit the target for the last couple of rounds, and I did pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, you put me out. You gave me my X.
Well, I come in fifth, but I'm not going to blame it on anything other than myself. But I'm working out of a new holster, and you know, when you get a new holster, you know what it's like. Mm-hmm. I've done a lot of slip cocking, and I wasn't as fast as I normally was, but it was to be expected. Every time you get a new holster, you're going to go through. It's not like starting again, but it's sort of like starting over a little bit. So, you know.
I think that's what Taz is going through right now. He's got a new holster. He's trying to work through it. You know, the thing about a new holster is when you get it, you want so bad for it to work.
Right.
And sometimes it just takes a while. You know, it takes going back and forth, I think, sometimes with your older holster and then coming back to the new one until you get your groove. So
he was like shooting in lane 3, but he was getting better shots in lane 4. There was
We love Taz, and he is struggling with that new holster. And I've given up on new holsters before. I've said, nope, I'm not doing it. Can't do it.
No, you got to persevere, otherwise you're going to find yourself chopping and changing all the time, and you're going to get nowhere.
That's true.
You know, and I know a shooter that does that. I'm not going to name him, but he's always got a different holster, a different gun, or doing a different draw, and you don't get anywhere. You know what I'm talking about.
Most
I have no idea who you're talking about. They just like to change in the middle of the shoot. So I'm okay with that. Go ahead.
So, Sassy, you said you had a couple of things that you wanted to talk about.
Yes.
What you got?
I have a few secretarial notes on everybody. And again, Gunbelt talked about on his last message that you should be getting an email from me, which will come from secretary@xfdapro.com. I have sent out an email to every single paid member. If you do not get the email from me, it's because of several things. Number one, it may be in your spam. Number two, your email has changed or is not correct in the system. Or number three, we could not read your handwriting to have it correctly in the system. So if you do not have that as of today, email me at secretary@xfdapro.com with your alias and a good email address, and I will shoot the directions right over to you. It's very important for you to go on and set up your new member profile for the new website. It's going to be great. What you see right now is not the final product. There are some pictures and placeholders that will be updated later, but right now we're trying to get all the members to set up your profile in there, read all of the directions before you go through, and if you are a family that shares a device like the laptop or phones, make sure you sign out before you start the next member, because that's where we're having a lot of issues. My next secretarial request, please, is to always go on to xfdapro.com until the new website is up and running and register to shoot at an event. We want to put on the best possible event for you, and to do that, we need an estimated head count of how many we're going to have. If we think we're going to have 50 shooters and we end up with 70, we're not going to be able to put on a good match for you. So please, it doesn't cost anything to just go on and say, hey, I'm coming, RSVP, hit that button, and make sure you use your real name and your alias. There's a spot for both. Right. And I think that's all. It's very simple and easy to do.
Yeah, the one thing about the website that people have spoke to me about, they don't know how to get onto that website. Well, you got to copy and paste the deal that goes in the toolbar, and you can't just click on it. You copy and paste it, because that's what was happening to me, and I put it in the bar, and then boom, it popped up.
Okay, because for me, I was able just to click on the link.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was too. I think I could click on the link.
Yeah, my one I didn't. I couldn't do it, and I couldn't do it when I done rawhide, but.
And a couple of issues we've had with people going on and trying to do their member profile, other than not logging out before you start somebody else, is use that coupon code. Otherwise, you're going to pay, and you're already paid. So make sure you put in that coupon code. It is not expired, but please go in and do this as quickly as possible.
So how long do we got for this webpage to go up?
Loaded question. Loaded question.
We're waiting on all y'all to get on the system.
Is that what we're really waiting on out there?
We want to obviously get everybody signed up, but as you know, we're having a new scoring program built. I'm checking in with them tomorrow. It's close, but I can't say a time. We want it up now, but it's getting real close.
Yeah.
So.
But it looks good so far from what I saw.
Yeah.
It looked great.
It's going to be great. Louise, Perry's daughter, has worked so hard on getting this ready and communicated with everybody. And let me just say one more thing about your profile on the new website. There are several of you that have sent me messages about issues that need to be fixed, and Louise and I are going to get on a call this week and work the back side of it and get some issues corrected where you didn't log out before you started somebody else and there's issues. So please be patient while we work through learning our side of it as well.
Yeah, I mean, with all the technologies going in this, there's going to be hiccups. So we're just trying to make them as minimal as possible when it does get launched. So everybody's working hard on it. Sassy's working hard on it. As you say, Louise is working on it, and we should get it soon.
Can't wait.
Anyway, we've got a bit of a list down here that we want to talk about. I want to first off talk about Weld's location. So we don't have we do have a location. We haven't got it listed on the website yet, but what we're thinking about doing is having Weld's here at the gun belt. We're gonna get a big 50 by 60 tent out there that will hold all the shooters. We'll have the other range for either dry fire or overflow or whatever the case may be, and then we can have our banquet in here. So that's what we're leaning towards, and a lot of people saying, yeah, it's a good idea. You know, it's a central location. There's plenty of hotels around here. You know, so probably 95% it's going to be here. And then plus there's not a big cost either, because, you know, this belongs to me, so I'm not going to charge, where we've been looking at other locations, me and Rawhide in actual fact, and some of these places have give us numbers of like $24,000.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Obviously, we don't want to spend that. We want to keep that in the XFDA. So this year seems to be a more sensible idea. You know, what do you think, Jesse?
Yeah, I think it's wonderful.
Yeah.
You know, that's the great side. The great side of seeing this was having this.
Have it here.
Yeah, have it here.
Yeah.
And that's the way to do it.
Yep.
And your new neighbor's better with the parking situation this year.
Well, that'd be not like last time. Oh dear, can you imagine? Oh, get off my land. So, next thing I want to talk about again, which we're always going to do, is the Downrange Youth Education Program. It's going well, and I said that I would announce how much money we've taken so far, and if I remember rightly, it's about $4,200.
And you added how much today from the shoot today?
And yeah, we added our money today from the shoot, which was another $100, wasn't it? So that'll go in the bank on Monday. But again, I want to say thank you to everybody. You're doing really well.
Right.
We've still got a ways to go, but we've still got some time to go. So
We got a whole year.
yeah. So
we
exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that we'll hit our target, and that just will be great news for me and the XFDA. That'll be great. One other club. What we got here, Sassy?
We're working on the club owner Zoom meeting, and we're trying to figure out a date that would work best from all the club owners. We haven't forgot about you. It's very important that we hear your voices all together, and we're still trying to figure out a good time to get together on a Zoom call for that. You will occasionally get emails from me when there's something really important. I'll send it out just to club owners or club presidents. So we haven't forgot about it. We are still trying to figure out a date when there's not a shoot, or we know we can get everybody together on a Zoom call. So be patient, and we are working on a date. And as soon as we have one in stone settled down, we will let you know and get going. So be ready for your notes, and don't forget you can reach out to us at any time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a lot that we have to sort out. We like Sassy said, we're not ignoring it. It's just getting round to it, and we are. And like Sassy says, if you've any problems or you want to talk to anybody, you can reach out to Sassy or me or even Sugarbutt. She's the one in charge of new clubs
yes,
and all that. So you can always reach out to her. I know you wanted to talk about something.
Well, yeah,
Mongoose.
actually,
What was it? Tell
Well,
me.
there's a couple of them I want to talk about. First of all, let's talk real quick about the worlds, and I know there's a suggestion brought up about the world supplying the bullets for the worlds,
Right.
or XFDA supplying the bullets for the world. To me, I'm cool with that. I've never been that big on or the shaved bullets, this and that, because I still think I know if you're head to head, it makes a difference. I can understand that, but for the most part, I still think it boils down to your draw and your reaction time.
Right.
So it may give you a little bit of it, but the only way to stop it, I believe you're right. The only way to stop it, to worry about that, is to supply the bullets.
Yeah, we just want to get some feedback about it first, about the XFDA
Right.
on the World Finals with the top 15 men and top 7 women, that we would supply obviously the shells, the primers, and the wax. So it's all completely the same, but we want to get input about it first. We're not just going to go and change something and do that. We want to hear from everybody and see what they think about it. I know there's going to be people that don't like it, and there's going to be people that do, but we just got to work it out so it's fair and square. That's
So let me ask you this: what about the cost? Is that going to bump the cost up of the worlds? Or
well,
what?
ultimately it will, but I mean it's not going to be a lot. But
Right.
I mean, if it costs you $5-10 more, and you're playing the same game with the same things,
Well, I guess
I
you're
mean,
saying-
I'll
I
be
see what
prepared
you're
to
saying,
do it.
So,
There is people out there that have shot smaller wax, and it's not fair, is it?
No, we found some at
We
Arkansas.
we want to make it fair and square,
Right.
but like I said, this is not just going to be put in. Yeah, that's going to happen. We want to hear from all the XFDA members and see what they think about it.
Yes.
well, we have a standard already, so if that standard's met, then
Yeah.
Right.
it's,
Yeah, I don't think it's unfair myself. I like to be able to do it,
right.
and I think it's a good idea. I mean, you shouldn't have anything to worry about, really, if you're all shooting the same ammo.
Yeah, and that's one of those things that takes out a lot of some of the speculation, I guess is the word I'm saying. Somebody shoots
Right.
fast and they're like, was he using a BB? So I can see if you want to take that away, that I can see that going on. But
And really, when you look at it, it's not really that much more cost, because you got 15 guys, 7 women. How many bullets are you going to shoot?
Yeah.
right.
In
Well,
a-
you're already going to be paying for bullets
For your
anyway
own.
that you own.
Right. So I think it's a good
And for the
idea.
last 10 cents a shot, I mean,
Right.
it's not that
Yeah.
costly.
No.
And the world champion at 15 in the feminine women,
Right.
there's just there's not a lot.
And there's no teams anymore, so
So,
Yeah.
I think we ought to look at it.
The other thing we wanted to get some feedback about was running the 8 lanes
Yes.
at these big shoots. I mean, we want to get some feedback on that. I think it's going fairly well.
Yeah.
If people don't know, the reason why we added 2 more lanes because of more shooters, but some people think, well, bring another range. Well, if you bring another range, you've got to have another range master, you've got to have another caller, you've got to have another scorekeeper, and you start losing your shooters. And I think the 8 lanes are going really well.
Oh yeah.
I do
yeah,
too.
right
I
now.
love it.
The first time that I saw that was at the Arkansas shoot, and I think it made the shoot go by a lot faster and smoother. And once you get used to it, you don't think about it anymore. You just go up there and get in front of your target. So
I thought it was going to go a little bit slower, but it really didn't, did it?
Not really.
It sort of kept up, and I thought it went well.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that we'd like to hear about if anybody's got any comments about that. So, Sassy, you want to pick something off of here?
Yeah, let's talk about our next state championship coming up in Georgia on the 15th, 16th, and 17th of November, I believe. And, we've got an estimated 43 shooters signed up for that, about 13 women and the rest are men. And so y'all keep RSVPing for that because just like Arkansas, which was a wonderful shoot, they've got a lot planned, a lot of entertainment other than just the shooting. So go online to xfdapro.com and look at events and look at everything they have planned, or go to the Xtreme or XFDA group on Facebook and look up. We've got a lot of posts about what's happening, and it's going to be a really good shoot, don't you think?
No, absolutely, yeah. It'd be a good shoot.
And then after that is the Bad Santa, which is always a fun shoot.
Always a great
Always.
shoot with Pat and Dave. I know they've actually built a corral on the side of their range, and they want to do a little reenactment. So yeah,
Wow, I didn't know.
yeah. So I know they're picking some people. I know they wanted Taz as what's the guy out of Tombstone? The brother. I can't think of his name. I've lost his name. Ike. He wants him as Ike.
Oh,
So that's going to be fun. I know that they've done a lot of things to their club as well. They put a new backdrop up. They put them steel panels up. So that's pretty cool. You haven't got to worry about that curtain moving around. And they've got a carport as well, a large carport that they're paddling out and putting an air conditioner in there as well.
oh, nice.
So there's going to be plenty of room for everybody. I mean,
Yes.
that's such a
That'd
great
be
place
real
to
good.
shoot at. We always enjoy that, don't we, Jesse?
Oh, yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Bad Santa is a cool place to be at.
Yeah.
And how
It's
many points is that, Jesse? Do you remember how many? It's not a 30-point shoot.
No, it's a 20-point
20
shoot.
point, that's
20
right.
point shoot, that's correct, yes.
Yeah. So let's go out and
Yeah.
play Bad Santa for it.
They have lots of prizes there and all that. They go way out. They do.
Yeah,
It's a great place. And Pat and Dave are lovely people.
Yes,
you
they
know.
are.
They're lovely people. What else we got here?
Let's talk about ideas for the mobile XFDA store.
Right. Yeah. What we want to do is find out with the mobile store that we take to every shoot. I know Kelly carries a lot of stuff, but she wants some ideas of other stuff that people think that she might want to carry, and she will get it. So if you can let her know when you see her, tell her maybe you should carry this or what, and she'll do it. I can guarantee that she will do it. She just wants to make the store
Right.
got everything on it and
Nice.
keep people happy. I know she's going to start carrying the D wipes and the tubes and all that. She's going to be doing that, and whatever else people think that would be a good idea, just let her know, and she'll do it.
Well, cool. I appreciate that. I like those D wipes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
a good sponsor for
Yeah.
us.
yeah.
Hey, real quick, what about the new guys coming in? How are we looking? Will we get some new guys rolling this thing?
Yeah, we got
my gosh.
what's his name?
We have Big Smoke,
Big
and
Smoke.
Waterboy.
And Waterboy, yeah. Big Smoke, he's a nice guy. He lives just across the road from me, and he is a big guy. he's some sort of computer technician or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
He does a lot of travelling, and you know, he had to leave today because he had to pick his daughter up. But he's learning. His KPI is going down already.
Yes.
What was his KPI at the moment?
It was an 8:30, I think, 8:30, and he was shooting sixes.
Shooting sixes, so his
Wow.
KPI is gonna go down.
Wow. Isn't that something about some of these new guys that came in? Boy, they are just getting lightning
Yeah.
fast.
There's a lot of fast shooters that
Yeah.
have got on board with the XFDA.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's, these people are not anything to laugh at. I mean, good grief, they're just pulling crazy times.
We've got some good times
Yeah.
with the youth in there with shooting 4s and 3s. And
right. Yeah.
coming back in right out. I mean, it's just crazy.
Well, if you look at the leaderboard, it's been updated, and you'll see on the leaderboard a lot of new shooters.
Yeah.
Same as the women. There's a lot of new shooters on there, and this. Hope it carries on like that. I'm sure it
Oh,
will.
I bet it will. I bet it will.
The other thing is we've got he's a friend of mine. His name's Richard, and he's come on board with sponsoring the XFDA. He owns Legendary Woodworks and Countertops, and he's got a big factory down there in Valley View. And I contacted him the other day and went to see him. I haven't seen him for 6-7 months, so I went down and had a chat with him. He's going to start anybody that wants the plaques for the trophies, here, cut them out and give them to us. No charge.
Wow.
Wow, that's cool.
He wants me to like let you guys know who he is. The same as if you ever want cabinetry or millwork. He's the man. If you go and see him and mention Perry, XFDA, he will give you a big break.
Okay.
And the other thing that I told you about, what's he building us? Tell him.
Yes, the new desk for our podcast.
He's
It's gonna be
he's
so
building us.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's building us a new podcast desk, which we'll be sitting on stools. It'll be round. It'll have our logo in it.
Good
Neon lights. It's going to be.
We're going to look professional.
We're going to look professional, and I'm really excited about that. And he's donating that to us as well. So I
Yes.
mean, and
Very nice.
that's not going to be cheap.
No.
No,
So-
that's
Not going
that's
to be
neat.
cheap.
Legendary woodwork and countertops. They're great people. Richards is a lovely man. I've known him for a long time. As I said, in Valley View there, he's got a couple of big factories. Let me tell you something about that, Richard. I used to ride motorcycles with him, and this is a familiar deal here. But he's big in riding motorbikes, not so much now. And I'm out of riding motorbikes, but we used to ride together. And the real sad thing about this is he was riding, and I can't remember whether she was on the back or they were riding separate bikes. And they had an accident. And his wife was such a lovely lady. She was in his shop every day doing all the accounting, and they had this motorbike wreck. And she's still alive, but it's made her bedridden. She can't move, she can't talk, and he has to look after every single day. So he's a guy like me. He'd be up at 4 o'clock in the morning and go to work, but he doesn't get into work now till 10 o'clock because he takes care of his wife, and the nurse comes in and takes over from there. But it's that same old thing about riding motorcycles. I know I've gone offline here, but you always hear this story about people getting hurt on motorcycles, and that's why I stopped riding. The motorcycle sitting over there belongs to my son-in-law. I don't ride anymore, and I never ever would again.
Yeah.
Because it's horror stories.
Yeah, it's
But
dangerous around here.
Yeah.
but what I'm getting to, that they're such a lovely family. They're hardworking, grown this big business, and then something like this happens. And it's just the same as you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything's going good, and then
Yeah.
just like that, things change.
Yeah, it does.
So we've all got to be thankful for where we're at and what we're doing, and enjoying ourselves and being kind to each other.
Oh yeah, I agree.
That's-
I definitely agree with that. I mean, y'all know that friend Ruckus had his accident, man. And
Right.
And I believe that.
I was going to bring that up.
I believe that it's God's will that He's around. There's something He still needs to do, and I think that happens with everybody. The bottom line, God's will be done.
Yes.
You know, as you pray about it and just comfort yourself in that.
Right. And it's the same as sportsmanship. When we spoke about it at Georgia, we want to see sportsmanship. Shake your component's hand, win or lose, because tomorrow life might change.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter who wins or loses.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Just
You never know what's going to happen.
look at this. These two will tell you here.
And we just want to take a quick minute, if you don't mind me side reeling for a second. It just kind of leads us into I hope I can make it through this, that everybody has the family we have around them, because we would not have made it through this. Everybody has journeys in life that they're going through and tough times. But even with the economy being what it is today, we've had so many of our XFDA family, our church family, and just our friends reach out and help us get through this situation. And I don't know what we would have done if we weren't part of XFDA and everybody reaching out and doing what they're doing for us, because I know it's tough for everybody right now. And you do not understand how we appreciate it. And I don't have eloquent words to say thank you. So thank you, because we would not be here. We would not be shooting, and we would not be able to attend some of these shoots if it wasn't for our XFDA family.
Well, we know you're thankful, and we love helping you guys, because we're a family, and you're good people. And I've said this many times before. You're very valuable to the XFDA. You know, we love you dearly, but you two working together is what's brought you sitting here now, and seeing Jesse progress. You know, it gives me chill bumps to see it.
It's inspiring. It inspires you. You see two people come together like this, and it does. It warms the heart.
He doesn't always like it.
Well,
but we're getting through it.
Yeah, you are, and you're doing a good job. We're going to continue helping you and supporting you. And like I said, Jesse is going to be back.
Oh, yeah.
100%. He's going to be back. Because if anybody knows Jesse James, and I know you all do, I've only known Jesse and Sassy and Mongoose for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And Jesse James and Sassy are strong people. They won't take it down lying down. They're up and they're going. So, you know what I mean? Mongoose.
Well,
you know
come
what I
on
mean?
now. We know better than that.
Like I said before, when he gets beat, his lips on the ground, but he picks it up. He's okay.
That's right. You know, sometimes when you're in the moment, man, and you get beat, I'm like,
Oh yeah.
But that goes back to that, good sportsmanship. That's what it's all about, man. Whether you win or lose, just shake the other person's hand.
Right.
Go off in the corner like I do. Go back behind the building, shake it off, cry a little bit, and then get back in there.
You know what? If you're not having fun and you're not able to enjoy the people you're shooting with, you're in the wrong sport.
Yeah.
But, it's good to see other people win. It's good to see people that have not done so well come up and win. That's the whole idea of it, you know what I mean? So we don't want the same old people doing the same thing,
I'll tell you what, in Arkansas, I be nobody.
Oh, man.
I be nobody. He didn't get me once. I think he got me 3 times. And you know what? I didn't even recognize him when I saw him with his beard off. I told him. I said,
I didn't either.
I didn't know who you were. You were coming up to me going, hey, how you doing, Mongoose? And I was like, who was that? He's that guy. We talk a little bit about this stuff. He's a good guy. I have no problem being beat by him. But I'm coming.
There was a lot of different characters at the Arkansas shoot.
Yeah.
There was a lot of different characters there.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that his Jackass's plane flying.
Oh,
It scared me.
Pilot guy. My uncle was a crop duster, so I don't know if I just admire Jackass because of that, but I enjoy watching that. That was kind of cool.
Did you see when he was coming across us, everybody like scattered, I'm out of
I
here.
ran.
Hey, everybody, for one split second, thought, what's going to happen when that goes into the hangar?
It goes under the wire.
Oh, you don't know. It's amazing, man.
Yeah, unbelievable. I don't know. He put a picture on Facebook. That and if I'm correct, that plane now is all stripped down.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he's got it because
Yeah,
when they're not flying, they strip them down and rebuild them and fix them or whatever they need doing. So, you know, he's definitely an amazing flyer. I can tell you that. He's got more guts than mine. He was trying to push me to get in it with him and sit on his lap, and I went, I don't mind getting in it, but I'm not sitting on your lap.
Yeah, that's not happening.
So, we got anything else? Are we going to wrap up
It's
here?
up to y'all. You have anything, Jesse?
You got any, Jesse?
You can.
Yeah, I've got some. I seen something here that I was going to bring up.
What we got here? Bear with us.
Okay, let's talk about what do shooters think of us doing the 8 lanes, and we already talked about it a little
Right.
bit. So, what I was wanting to talk about on the 8th lane, to where the collars was a little start out with, but they caught up with it real good, and it worked out good. So I want to thank with us to break up the 8 lane and bring it in,
Right.
because we've never had nobody's ever done that.
Nobody's ever done 8 lanes?
Nobody has never done 8
Well, I
lanes.
didn't know that.
They've always brought a licks, licks. Golly, I'm just about to do it now.
A second.
Yeah, a second time, and instead of bringing up the second time, we brought in the safe lane, and that was a
Right.
that was just a big thing.
Yeah.
And I just want to, I want everybody to see that, and I want everybody to see what we do with it, and
Right.
I want to, thank to him that we did something big. So
Well,
let's
it's
stay with that.
inevitable that we had to do it because we're getting so many shooters at the shoots. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, it
so-
took forever.
Well,
it
it's a
seemed
whole lot better to do with 8 lanes than it does with 2 lanes.
Right.
And shoot a 4 lane or a 6 lane, either one, when we can knock it out most out of 8
Right.
lanes. So that's what I'm.
And like you said, there's a learning curve with it. The first time you've ever, been on the table or range mastered it, it takes, 1 or 2 rounds. But once that's done, I think everybody is settling in
Right.
and loving it and really enjoying that instead of, like you said, having 2 separate ranges. And it takes a lot of extra hands to run that.
Yes.
You really have to appreciate Kelbell because, she's learned how to do 8 lanes instead of 6. And you wouldn't think it would be a lot, but you've got more on your pages, and the scorekeepers and the callers, they've really risen to the challenge, and I think it's going to be a wonderful thing to have 8 ranges.
Well, I definitely have
8
respect
lanes.
for the
And I
for the
want-
scorekeepers.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
And they're hard. So,
I nearly forgot them, but Jesse's here. There you go, Jesse.
yeah, I want y'all to see these
Pick one.
podcasts, that you hand this stuff out, and then you write it on the back
Right.
to where you see what you want to say.
You gonna pick
about
one?
What,
Pick
You
one of
pick
them
one?
cards out,
one in
Jesse.
there.
Pick one out from the middle or something.
I ain't got my glasses to see it.
I'll read it. You pick one and I'll read it.
Okay, here.
Okay. This one, let me make sure it's appropriate. Nope. Pick me another one.
Okay, let's go through them.
See, we don't even look at these cards. We just stack them up and put them on there and see whether it's appropriate
Okay.
at the time.
This one is from Delta Whiskey of the Southeast Texas Speed Bumps in Lumberton, Texas. And he says he wants an explanation of the rule of the jump light. Should the line be dead or stay the same? We should see what everyone wants.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Ooh, that would be a good
What do you think about that, Mongoose?
I tell you what I think. I think it ought to kill the line personally.
I don't, okay.
Now, I know a couple people don't like to, but to me, there's too much guessing in it, and it gets pretty confusing. But that's just my opinion. I think it ought to kill the line. We'll start fresh again.
Well, if you kill a lane, if the 1 and 2 shooters do that, and lane 7 and 8 down there, they have no idea what's going on.
Right.
So you're going to kill a whole lane of a whole system with an 8 lane broadcast there, because they're not going to know what's happening anyway down there at that end.
I don't know, I do.
You do?
You
Well,
can hear it.
I've done
I
before where somebody shot down at the lane, and it caught me off guard, and I was all the way over at the end.
Yes, I always hear it.
And
It's a delicate
It
subject.
is. We've
Yeah.
argued how many times as a
It's-
officer group over
yeah,
it.
You know, I mean, again, when you're in the zone and you're shooting and someone anticipates but you don't, and if it killed the line and they had a good shot, that person's emotions is going to be up and running. You know, it's a delicate subject.
Yeah.
There's a few rules that are very, very delicate.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to. The thing is you're not to be understood under that. If you're lane 3 and 4 and you're laying on 1 and 2 and letting 1 and 2 do it, 3 and 4 they fault it, then they'll be charged for it too. But if they don't and they shoot a good shot, then not a tremendously a high range shot,
A breakout.
Yeah, because we know what their KPIs are, and they have a good shot on a regular shoot, then that wouldn't be fair to beat that one out.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm thinking of for lane shooters is for shot for each one and individuals that did get it and they didn't pay any attention.
Because we have people earning, we've had somebody earn a 2-pin, a 3-pin, and a 4-pin because somebody down the line anticipated and their mind hears it and then they go. And so now we have the breakout rule, but before we didn't. And
Which the breakout rule will end that in that process of doing that, and then maybe you wouldn't have such a. I mean, you'll have a few.
Yeah, and it's hard to tell when someone another sound goes off behind you and you pull. It's hard to. There's lots of times where I pulled, and I've shot, low.
Yeah.
Maybe not low enough that it looks like I jumped a gun, but low enough that I'm probably not shooting like this. And if you kill the line, then it takes all that guess out of the way. So you go back, you do it again, and everybody has a nice fresh start of it. Where before it'd be like, well, did they really catch the line, or did they just pull and just happen to catch it right? Yeah. So it's a tricky thing.
Yeah,
but
I hate to see a good shooter to go down for
It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
But if somebody killed it and everybody wanted to do it, then it would be a vote for the officers to go through and see about it and go from there.
But yeah, that's a really good one to bring up. I know a lot of people are talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
There's one other thing that I wanted to talk about while we're still here. Range masters. All our range masters are trained by the club, and Brad has designed some pins for the range master certified by the XFDA. So clubs, they teach their range masters how to range master, and we have good range masters, but we're going to start certifying people officially.
Right.
With a pin,
Right.
Because we need it to all be saying the same thing on the line.
Right.
You not naming no names.
Yeah.
I don't like doing that.
But I noticed you look right down at me, so I don't understand.
Yeah, 'cause
there needs to be a voice, a voice that can be heard.
Yes.
Myself, I don't like it when someone says line's ready. That it shouldn't be like that. It should be your hand judge. If your hand judges are down, my line's ready. You should be looking at the announcer. So we're going to do that. The XFDA is going to certify all our range masters going forward. So I want to do that.
Yes.
You're still staring over here at me. What are you doing?
You're the one that's sitting forward. Jesse's hiding.
Me, man.
Jesse's hiding. He's keeping his head back like that. He's like, don't look at me.
no, that's all in good fun, though.
That's the other thing that I want to say is, our safety officer is still Jesse James.
Yeah.
Jesse James is our safety officer, but he has a couple of people that works with him.
Yes.
So Jesse is still our safety officer, and he always will be.
Oh yeah.
So he has a couple of people that work with him. So any questions about safety, you always still go to Jesse, and Jesse has backup if he needs it. So anything else?
And one of them, before you go, was, what do you do with that deal called that?
Is that the one you said you mustn't say?
Yeah.
Like I said, it shows we don't go through these cards. We just number them on the table.
Yeah, but anyway, anybody that wanna try to be in an officer, then give us a call and let us
Right.
know.
Right.
And Delta Whiskey is my lead.
Along with Rawhide.
Yeah, and Rawhide for my leading two, and that's the two guys that work with my CFDA.
9 times out of 10, you'll see Jesse and Sassy at a match. Delta Whiskey, they're doing sort of building their range, so they can't always make all the shoots, but you'll always find Rawhide. He'll always be at the shoots, so
Yeah.
you know, between them three, they work it out.
Right.
So there'd always be someone to
Always
talk to.
somebody
But
around, so
the
that's
main
the
man to
reason
go to is Jesse James.
Right.
Do we have another card or not?
How much time do
Sassy,
we have?
you're not allowed to sort through them. Come on, what you got? You're meant to just pick one.
You can't do that.
Teach wrote gun care. Well, I think we spoke about this before on our new website. We've got videos of safety videos, and we're going to do a gun care one where you can watch it on. The actual video will be on our website. You click on it, go YouTube. So that's actually going to happen. That's definitely a good question, and that's one of our videos that we're going to be doing. So, you want to do another one?
Jesse's got 'em.
Here's one that I can't read all of it.
Okay, Tilly G says invitational demonstration to recruit new shooters. She talks about an invitational demonstration to recruit new shooters. That's pretty good.
How do you want to handle that, Mongoose?
Well, you know what? Often there's something coming up that comes up yearly. I think in Denison, which is a dock holiday.
Right.
So I would think something to that nature, or the carnivals that come around are the first of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the carnivals and the rodeos.
Yeah.
You know, as long as we don't get too close to the horses.
Yeah.
You know, but something like that, I think, would be cool. And I think you've done that before. You took a
I've
couple
done
of-
it with Preacher Dave and Memphis
Yeah.
Bell in Kansas, and it turned out good. They got members over it. You know what I mean? I know one of them's a policeman, and another one lives in Wichita, Kansas. You know, so it definitely works, and that's what we want to do more of. Is go to them little fairs and all that, set a 2-lane range up, and people just they come and try it. Just
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because a
You
lot
know.
of people don't even know what goes on. 'Cause, you know, we're out
A
here.
lot of them don't.
Yeah, but if you take it to them and just set up a nice little 2-lane ring, you know, give them some bullets and you know have some a gun there, so let them kind of work with it. I bet they fall in love with it.
you're
That's how
now
we
in
started.
charge of promoting new shooters.
A new
You notice
title.
we didn't say
You
that.
have all the good ideas.
Oh, that's what it was. I think that was a setup.
Since you're retired, you've got a lot of time on your hands.
There you go.
But we do. We need a quick video
Well, we do.
online that shows them,
Yeah.
you know, just a quick scenario of who we are, what we do, and just real quick, like
Oh,
a
yeah.
demonstration. So that would be good question, Tilly G.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. That's why we want these cards filled out. There's a lot of good ideas. So,
There you go.
Cool.
Very good.
so anyway, guys, I guess we'll wrap it up here now. I want to thank you, Mongoose. I appreciate you, Jesse. I love you to death.
Yes.
Sassy, I love you to death. I'll go back to Mongoose. I love you to death.
All right, that's about to feel left out.
All right,
now
we're
when
in
you
the
come
middle
on.
of this.
Hey, there's a lot of love right here. There's no doubt about that.
So I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to look us up, it's xfdapro.com, and like we said, our new website will be along here soon, and that's very exciting. But I want to say thank you and goodbye from all of us. We'll catch you later.
Vote. Go vote.
Go vote.
Go vote.
Bye.